For those of you who say steroids age you faster, so does a high protein intake. So even if you're training naturally and you're eating a lot of protein, you're also aging yourself faster. Protein ages you more than steroids. Let me explain. So eating protein, specifically protein high in leucine and methionine content, such as animal sources, activates mTOR, which is one of the main growth pathways in the body, and causes cell division and prevents cellular repair. Studies show that this is one of the main mechanisms of aging, including in skin. Protein's ability to build muscle is completely reliant on mTOR. Now, testosterone, for example, stimulates mTOR directly, but also has anabolic effects via reduction of protein breakdown. What this means is that per kilogram of muscle accrued, steroids require less mTOR-based aging in order to do so because they also rely on anti-catabolism. In practical terms, this means that if you want to build X amount of muscle, you are better off using a moderate dose of testosterone with low to moderate protein intake, rather than high protein intake while being natural. The natural eating high protein will actually age faster.
Well, I guess that's one way to pull the shit out of context. Yes, of course eating protein leads to mTOR activation because mTOR regulates muscle protein synthesis. It literally regulates every type of cellular growth in your body. Just to put things into perspective for you, you remember how he conveniently mentioned how exogenous testosterone effectiveness relies partially on anti-catabolic effect alongside the anabolic effect. You know what regulates that anti-catabolic effect, or in this specific case muscle protein breakdown? mTOR. It relies on mTOR signaling. It literally requires increase in mTOR signaling. Not to mention, even when you're on steroids, your body can't synthesize muscle, it can't synthesize contractile tissue out of thin air. You literally need sufficient protein intake. You need enough available essential amino acids. That's if you're talking about hyperplasia, which is usually what happens on a copious amount of steroids. Not to mention androgens. Anabolic steroids stimulate drastic increase in IGF-1 production. IGF-1 is arguably, not arguably, it is the most anabolic hormone in our body, and as such it plays a direct role in growth of every cell in your body. IGF-1 is literally a precursor for mTOR signaling, so drastic increase in IGF-1 levels means drastic increase in mTOR activation. Most things are the amount and dose dependent, so you can easily pull this shit out of context, but no, high protein intake definitely won't lead to faster cellular aging than most types of steroids. More potent androgens such as tren are literally infamous for that exact effect, for that exact reason. So no, even mild steroid cycle or mild substances will speed up cellular aging to the greater extent than high protein intake.